welcome you once again and greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus. Your home and your family is blessed. Your desire over your children will be established in Jesus' name. Today, actually, we are talking about children in the family. We have been looking at God's purpose for starting the decision of marriage and family. We spoke about companionship. The second one, sexual, and the need to satisfy sexual urge. Today, by the grace of God, we are going to look at the third one, procreation. What is procreation? Procreation actually is bringing forth children. God said in the book of Genesis 1:28, He says, "And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the face of the earth." This is one of the things that the assignment that God gave to us as human beings. They will be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it. Two of them, there's no way they could have done this unless they increase. And so procreation, children, simply means children, bringing forth children. And we want to thank God, it's without struggle. When you have a correct fellowship with your wife and your husband, companionship, naturally it should lead to sex. And naturally it should come. Children are fruit of a correct fellowship between man and woman and a correct sexual life. Well, we know sometimes we have some people that have delay in bringing forth children. But then, it's not normal. And for as many as are waiting on the Lord to have their children, God will give to you in the name of the Lord Jesus. To fulfill God's purpose of replenishing, being fruitful, and multiplying the earth, children must be born. There must be childbearing. To procreate, according to the dictionary, is to beget or generate offspring. To produce or bring to being. When God created the earth, one of the responsibilities He gave to man was to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth, subdue it. For God to achieve this through man, He created man and woman, and in their fellowship, they will have offspring through which the earth will be multiplied and replenished. However, many go into marriage with different motives. I've heard people who say, until the wife gets pregnant, until fiancé gets pregnant, we cannot get married. It is contrary to the plan of God for marriage. And when God wants children, it's not just a matter of bringing children. In fact, it will be better for some children not to be born, and for the family not to have children, than to have one. We have seen situations in which some families say, I would wish that we didn't have this child. Mothers say, I wish we have aborted the child when it was in the pregnancy. And why? Because the child became a problem to the world. Actually, that was not the plan of God. Malachi chapter 2:15 says, "And did not He make one? Yet had He the residue of the Spirit, and wherefore one? That He might seek a godly seed." God made the husband and wife and brought them together, that they might bring forth a godly seed. A godly seed is a God that will be a responsible person, that will be an asset to the society, to the community, that will be an asset to the nation and to the world in general. That is the reason why God brought the husband and wife together. It's very, very important to know this. But it is not the most important. bringing forth children is a product of companionship and sex. God desires godly seed and not seeds that are abused, bent, beaten, and broken. When you say godly seed, it means it is the responsibility of the parents to train these children to be godly. He's not looking for children that are abused in the home, that are bent and broken, but children that are given, that taught the way of the Lord. Children that are taught the way of the Lord. This is what God is looking for. If you walk around our major cities, you see under the bridge, we have many of these bridges. When you go to other bridges in some climbs, beautiful places, beautiful parks. But what do we have here? Even when you do beautiful parks here, it is these undesirable seeds, these boys and girls, that you find that have taken over these places. And sometimes you ask yourself, are they not from one home or the other? These children, they have become menace and problem to the society. Unfortunately, they came from homes where the parents have failed to train them in the way of the Lord. What's the point of having children when there will be problem even to the family? We have had terrible stories about children being problem to the families. And to avoid this, the parents, how can you have godly seeds? Number one, a person that will have godly seed himself must be godly. Must be godly. If you are not godly, you can't bring out godly seed. You can't plant orange and expect to reap mango. And so for any family that wants a godly seed, that family too must be godly. Any home where Christ is not the head and in control is most likely to have ungodly children. But when children are trained the way of the Lord, these children too. Research has it that 70% of those people that are miscreants outside there, when you look at them and you interview them, you find out that they have never been to church at any particular time. They have never been to Sunday school. Their parents too, so they may claim to have a religion, but they don't have any attachment or accountability to God. And so God's purpose, number one, is companionship. Number two, which comes from fellowship between the husband and wife, the two of you can sit down watching television. If you are the only two that is at home, and you are just enjoying yourself and everything, right there, if you have to have sex there, for the provider is enclosed, go ahead. We are not animals, we cannot have sex outside. But if it is in your house, anywhere, beautiful. And when you have sex, the result is what? Children. However, God desires godly children. And so anyone that will have godly children, it's only God that has given you these children. It's only God that will help you to train them. And if you are not connected to God, if you don't have a relationship with God, you cannot hear from God on what those children will be. Your children, you want them to be doctors, engineers. Who told you? I've already received it from God. When God gave you, is that the plan of God for them? We'll be talking about some of these things later. Now I'm just talking about God's purpose. Why did this start in short marriage? By the grace of God, next week, we look at the last one, which is the marriage as a pattern of relationship between God and Jesus and God and His church. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. As many children are giving problems in homes, I pray that those children will still give you joy. You will still laugh over those children. They will take care of you in old age. In the name of the Lord Jesus. God bless you.